readings, I sat down just out of my own curiosity and have been seeing a lot of people talking about this fog, and this is not just a little local area. Also had watched a couple of things about sound. So sound and, hearing things and visual things. Even people were reporting, and this has not been recent as far as the sound goes, but things that even deaf people are hearing in their minds, that they have a sound that's resonating in their head. But anyway, this whole fog thing seems to be really ramping some people up. So my question was, what is it? Is it okay, very blanket and broad? Let's narrow that down. Ask then about, well, is it good for us? Is it something to benefit humanity's awareness? One of the things that is a possibly that some people, you get sick and they call it Herxheimer, but it's back many years ago, it was called a healing crisis. So when you detox your body, you can, have some unpleasantness happen, whether you have to run to the bathroom, whether it's going to come from the attic or the basement, if you know what I mean. That kind of is what I'm had in my mind, is that, is this good for us? Is this something that is to help, maybe like with the nanodust and some of the other nanotechnology that was, in injectables, or even consumed through your whatever the food is that you're eating. So really, I just started to do this randomness on my own, and I came up with, as soon as I pulled this, it came that stop what you're doing and record it. So there you go. And it is 3 of water, which is the equivalent to 3 of cups. And this 3 of cups, I don't do traditional. This is very much, a reading that is 100% intuitive. This to me says what this is, and 3 of cups is typically very popular, very positive. And what it is, this feels like an emotional healing. This is going to free up maybe some of the things in the subconscious, this funky fog, until somebody can get out there and get some real deal analysis, and from someone that we as a population can trust. This also is telling me that this is going to come in 3 phases. So the fog is actually, small particles of water. So also 3 phases, also 3 aspects of what is in the fog. And it feels like it's not a negative thing. And I know a lot of people immediately go to that because it's, the unknown. Yes, there's stuff they're dropping out of the skies as far as like chemtrails and such. It feels like that this is not that. Don't know who's done it, but it looks like it's in 3 phases, or to take care of 3 different aspects of what it is that we're battling. And I would like really some more clarification, please, to, in regards to not necessarily whether it's good or bad. Again, to me, that all depends on your perspective of what good, what do they say? What's one man's trash is another man's treasure, and what may be pleasure to one will be poison to another. So you just have to kind of take that. It depends on who you are. If you're angry, okay, this is coming in. If you're angry and you're upset, then this is something that you need to stop, take a breath, and ask yourself why, and question that paradigm that you're in, and what is it that you can do. Because this knowledge is not necessarily power. It can be empowering, but you have to take action with it as well. So what is this? What is this this thing we're dealing with as far as this fog is concerned, and how it's affecting people? Yeah. So it's inspiring a lot of passion, that's for sure. And some of it might be fantastical. People are going to pull in what's going to spur them into some sort of an action. I'm not even sure how to describe that. but it's definitely something that's very inspired and it's unusual. And when we find out, when the general populace finds out what it is, they're going to have a hard time believing it because it's right out of fantasy land. That's what that unicorn is saying to me, right? Is there anything else? What about this fog that's going to be helpful for us? Helpful, productive. This could be whether or not and how you, and whether or not to say something to someone about it, or whether you can just offer something that is going to pull their direction into being a little more open-minded with what's been going on. This also might, yeah, it's going to reveal the mysteries. It's going to reveal the hidden. You know, we did have that the new moon, and they called it the black moon because it's winter. And I did notice, I drive through some very rural areas, and the last, oh golly gosh, since today is Wednesday, so I would have to say for almost a week, it's been exceptionally dark early in the morning and in the evening. So this is going to be revealing some, it's not going to happen all at once, but there are going to be mysteries revealed. And that will also, just like the moon has phases, it's going to come in phases to us because, you know, I know people like to say rip the Band-Aid off, but let's face it, this is as ripping as it's going to get. Otherwise, you're going to have some really nasty bit of business. Okay, it's going to get bad. I mean, seriously bad. It's bad in some areas of the world, and it would be a whole lot worse. That would be the onset of a reset. I mean, really of a catastrophic. So the thing to remember is, this is the last one. Okay, so this is look at his heart. Look at how enlightened he is. So there's going to be some mysteries revealed, and that's what this along with many other things, it's not just going to be the fog. So the fog was the aspect of the water. There's also things of the air, and maybe that's what those two, I can see the fog being the water, but the water was suspended in the air. And these are aspects, and it's going to be grounding. So there might be some earth cleansing that will go on as well. People are going to start changing their stories. Some of them will realize that they're taking a different tack in life, and others are just going to say, no, I've always believed this way, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, those are the ones that have some kind of memory wipe or something going on, because, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, and we're going to be a little more enlightened, and there's going to be a little more heart centering. So I'm hoping that this was helpful. Many blessings and safe travels.